One of the best characters introduced to the new Star Wars canon is Rae Sloane of the Galactic Empire. She first appeared in John Jackson Miller's book A New Dawn and has since popped up in more books, short stories, and even comics. Today we'll be talking about her complete story as far as we currently know it. Rae Sloane was born on the planet Ganthel 41 years before the Battle of Yavin. Her world was infested with a criminal gang called the Kotaska until the Empire ran them out. She became convinced that the Galactic Empire was a force of good in the galaxy and enrolled in the Imperial Navy. After graduating with high marks, she continued studying navigation as a lieutenant on the Defiance Flight Training Institute. 5 years after the Clone Wars ended, the Defiance was visited by Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine as they traveled to the Ryloth system. The Commandant attempted to assassinate both Dark Lords, but his plan was stopped by Sloane's attention to detail. By the young age of 30, she had already served as the executive officer on Grand Moff Tarkin's flagship, the Executrix, before being temporarily granted captaincy of her own Star Destroyer, the Ultimatum. In the Gorse system, she was responsible for the protection of Count Demetrius Vidian, an Imperial efficiency expert. Yet again, she uncovered and foiled a plot against the Empire, but this time Vidian only wished to make himself richer at the Empire's expense. For her efforts, she was permanently given command of the Ultimatum. She also happened to meet the hidden Jedi Kanan Jarrus during the Gorse conflict, and she began to track his movements in her spare time. For 7 years she tracked him, all while rising in the ranks to become a Vice Admiral. She finally lured him into a trap and came close to capturing him. The Grand Inquisitor then approached her to learn all she knew about the man. By the time of the Battle of Endor, she commanded the Star Destroyer Vigilance. After the destruction of the Executor, she was the highest-ranking officer in the fleet and ordered their retreat after the second Death Star's explosion. Under the orders of the mysterious Fleet Admiral Gallius Rax, she organized a secret Imperial meeting on the planet Akiva to discuss the survival of the Empire. But the meeting was a sham meant to eliminate Rax's competition. Although she was granted the rank of Grand Admiral, Sloane was to serve as the public face of the Empire while Rax pulled the strings behind the scenes. He eventually betrayed her by framing her for an attack on the New Republic in the midst of peace talks. She escaped and vowed to get even with the Fleet Admiral. She caught up with him and executed him during the Battle of Jakku. She then fled with what little remained of the Empire into the unknown regions with Brindle and Armitage Hux, along with several child soldiers. Little is known about her after that, but it would appear that she became one of the First Order's original leaders. By the time of the book Phasma, which takes place about 20 years later, it seems that she had passed away, but that's not yet completely confirmed. She's simply described as not being around. In the context of the book, I take it to mean that she died, but it's possible she simply left the First Order. As of right now, that's everything we know of Rae Sloane's story. She's one of the most compelling new characters, and I expect we will see more of her in the future. But that's it for today. Are there any more characters you'd like to see me cover like this? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.